Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. To all the RipRightHD disciples, YouTubers, and viewers, welcome back to another segment on RipRightHD. Today, I'm just be doing a little challenge, man. I'm just going to challenge myself and try to do 50 pull-ups and 100 ring dips in 7 minutes. You think I can make it? If so, stay tuned.
هذا حد العالم هذا طالب هذا راسخ والى اخره.
Okay, YouTubers and viewers, like I said, I'm gonna be trying to do 50 pull-ups and 100 push-ups in 7 minutes. We're gonna go ahead and get it started.
Question from Sydney, Australia. What's the rule on packing heat? Carrying a piece, holding a gun, a firearm, a ratchet, a burner, a toaster, a biscuit, a gat. There are all types of what? Common words for a gun, right? A six-shooter, etc. At the end of the day, like we said the other day, and we said this in Philly on Saturday, is that it's either one or two things that we're going to follow. We're either going to follow the Quran and the Sunnah, or we're going to follow the customs and the moving, changing, evolving world of the non-Muslims. Quran or Sunnah, or what's going on in the world today. As far as following neither of the two, and being stuck in no man's land, not following the traditional deen, nor being up to par with the modern world, then we know we're going to be eternally lost. So in Islam, there's nothing wrong with having a weapon, whatever that weapon may be, as long as you're not trying to do harm to someone, illegal harm, unjust harm, unwarranted harm, to yourself or to others. In the worldly life, there's also nothing wrong with a weapon for defense, for training, for hunting, for sport, for police, for military, whatever the usage may be, as long as it falls under the rules and the guidelines. The rules and the guidelines. Whether that means you have to have a license to carry, a license to own, a region, a city, a state, a criminal record, inside of your house, outside of your house, brandished, not brandished, etc. As far as Muslims who say, oh no, Muslims shouldn't have a gun, no, you can't have a gun, you can't do this. That's why I said what I said. Based off of what? Quran and Sunnah says doesn't have a gun? The modern laws of non-Muslims, the modern world today says don't have a gun? There's military, there are the police, they have this, they have that. All of these things and these institutions, like we said in the khutbah, about security, about self-defense, or just recreation. I want to go to a gun range and shoot a gun. It's not illegal. It doesn't mean I'm a terrorist. Me going to the gun range has nothing to do with Ibn Abdul Wahab. I'm an American citizen. This is my passport. I was born and raised in this country. What's wrong with that? Now, me harming someone is a different what? Story. Me breaking the rules, brandishing it, so on and so forth, that's a different what? Story. So as long as you're following the proper rules, there's nothing wrong with it. What's important is just be mindful of guns, because guns are good and they're very bad. They can be a benefit and they can be a great harm. Many people have lost their lives because of guns, by accidents, playing around with guns, trying to be tough, trying to be a gangster, carrying around a gun and you're really not a gangster, you're not tough. You pull out a gun, there's no bullets in, thinking that you would scare somebody off. And that person had a loaded gun. Put a bullet in your head. Everyone understand this? Many people, they may try to play a joke on someone and end up shooting that person while they other billah. Many people, they may have guns and they may have criminal records or a background of violence and they go to jail for many, many years. And all types of problems comes from what? Comes from what? Guns. Let alone the arrogance and the pride of a gun. As the poet said, I gave you what? It's a serious poem right there. Many people, how they act, how they behave, how hard they are when they have a what? A gun. You catch them without a gun? Hey, hello, sir, how are you? That's a problem. And what you allow a weapon to cause you to be arrogant and haughty, and you forget about using your head, being level-headed. Everyone understand this? The tough guy syndrome, and it happens to many people. That's why when you go to the arcade, you see somebody playing a shooting game, he's like, oh man, pow, pow, pow. He starts freaking out. And he sit back and says, Yahi, it's only a what? It's a game. He's shooting off the screen and reload. The mentality is there of being tough with a gun, with a weapon, shooting at someone. And anyone who's ever used a gun, who's ever been shot,
50.
who's ever shot someone, anyone who's ever been in the military, in a war, they'll tell you there's nothing fun, there's no joking about a gun and a bullet whizzing past your head. Or you shooting someone and killing someone and you seeing that person's face in your dreams for 2 months straight. You can't sleep. Serious. That's why people, when they become desensitized to murdering, as Allah tells us in the Quran about the offspring of Adam, whoever saves one soul as if he saved what? And whoever takes a soul as if he's what?
2 minutes left.
Everyone understand this? So the concept of taking somebody's life and shooting someone, or you getting shot, nothing about it is funny. Nothing about it is what? Funny. You can't use the bathroom. You can't walk. You can't run. You can't use this part of your body. You stutter. You do this because you got shot. It's not a game. And many of us have become victims of gun violence. So if the gun is used properly, if it's used responsibly, if it's not breaking no laws or no rules, and you control the gun and the gun does not control you, then that's what? That's one thing. As far as if it's the opposite, stay away from the gun. Even if it's legal, don't go near it because it's going to ruin you or someone else's life. I would understand this, but at the end of the day, a gun is a tool. That's all it is. You use it for good or you use it for what? For bad. You control it or it controls what? You. The human being has to be responsible. And Allah knows best.
$30 left. $73. 75. 79. 82. 89. 91. Woo! I'm out of time. Before. Yeah, that was 100 ring dips, y'all. It was tough. I didn't make the time. This was my third time trying it. The first time I timed myself, I made it. Had like 2 or 3 seconds left when I was in the gym, but this time I ain't make it. And I actually did this yesterday as well, but I didn't time myself and I lost all the footage. So thank y'all for tuning in. Rip Right Hadith Disciple. Till next time, like, subscribe, comment down below. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram at RipRightBodyTight and send that friend request on Facebook at RipRightHD Disciple.
Right, Hadith Disciple, son. You see the back, son.
Indeed, in the body, literal translation, is a lump of flesh, a piece of meat. إِذَا صَلَحَتْ صَلَحَ الْجَسَدُ كُلُّهُ. And when that lump of flesh